How's it going, guys? This video today is going to be about something that's called mental health anxiety. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically people that are struggling with anxiety disorders and panic attacks, agoraphobia and stuff like that. They basically fear that they're sinking into a severe mental illness like schizophrenia, borderline personality disorder and bipolar, stuff like that are like, it's totally different. It's on the total opposite spectrum of anxiety disorders and panic attacks. I will start off by saying that no one has ever gone on to develop any form of these disorders because of panic and anxiety. No matter how high the anxiety is or the panic, or how long you've gone through it, you will not develop any of these mental illnesses from anxiety and panic. So I just want to put that out there straight away, and I get into my own experiences with these thoughts, how much pain it caused me, what I done habitually to relieve myself of the stress. What I would do is I'd be so scared of developing one of these mental health conditions that I'd lie in bed and I'd go to the quizzes online, like bipolar test or borderline personality disorder test. Or I never really took the schizophrenia test at the level, but I'd go onto these mental health tests online and I'd check and all, like I'd answer all the questions. Every time I'd get 0% or 1% or 2% or something. Literally no sign of any of those disorders whatsoever, but it bugged me so much. And I'm just thinking, like, why do people go into this? Why do they feel that they're developing some form of mental illness? And to be honest, it's so simple. A lot of it occurs from DPDR, because that is one of the scariest systems. Wait, I need to look around at my dog to see what she's eating, because I'm not sure if she's eating runners, and I need to. Sonny? She's good. She's eating her Kong. I heard chewing there for a minute. Anyway, yes, these mental health issues, basically when I was going through all this, DPDR was the one that set it off for me. DPDR is, for me, the scariest of all anxiety symptoms, because that is the one that makes you fear like your sanity. DPDR was for me when I'd go through that, and you're feeling this out of touch of reality, and you're in this it's a horrible feeling, guys. It's like a detachment from reality almost, and it's not a detachment in reality in the form of psychosis or stuff like that. It's just a detachment in reality because you're experiencing too much stress. It's not on the level of psychosis or anything like that, guys. Psychosis and neuroticism is the total opposite spectrum, guys. Anxiety, and it falls on the neurotic radar, where your thoughts are just basically full of shit, really. And none of these mental health conditions can ever, like anxiety and panic, they can never go into or never develop psychosis or borderline personality disorder or schizophrenia. It just can't happen. It just doesn't work like that, guys. So rest assured that will not happen to you if you are struggling with anxiety disorder. But the thought of that happening causes you so much anxiety, so much panic at just the thought of that. And that's what happened to me. Like, I was able to go through like DPDR and stuff like that. I could handle all the other sensations, but once I went into DPDR, then I started to really worry, like, and then that would force me then to carry out a compulsion to lie in bed and check on these forms, like signs of borderline personality disorder, signs of bipolar and stuff like that. She's back to full health. So I'd indulge in these, and I wouldn't just do it once. Like, it was a compulsion for a couple of months. And I even went to a therapist because of it, and I told her that, and I told my therapist, I said, listen, I'm having these fears that I'm going to develop one of these mental illnesses. And she's worked in the field for like 20-30 years, and even by 2 sessions with me, she just said to me, Glenn, listen, I work in this field for many years. I know by just looking at you and by how you speak and how you're just struggling with a really high anxiety disorder that is formed into agoraphobic tendencies, where you're avoiding life in fear of panic. That is what's wrong with you. And even when she said that, there was still times that I would still, like a couple of weeks later, just do constant checking, you know, just in case. But that's the type of thing that people deal with in mental health anxiety, the fear of becoming mentally ill. And I just wanted to top on this quick video and say that for people out there struggling, and I do have clients at the moment who are struggling with this. You know, every day they'll ask me the same question: do you think I'm struggling with schizophrenia, or do you think I'm struggling, you know, am I developing bipolar? Am I developing a severe mental illness? And I totally get that. You know, I totally understand that, and I just, you know, give them as much positive reassurance as much as I can. And I've already, you know, I already know all the best articles on these subjects from clinical psychologists and stuff like that I send on to reassure them with facts. You got to back all this up with facts. And yeah, so it's just giving vital information to dampen that response down, to realize these thoughts are just thoughts. They have no truth to them whatsoever. You are not on the verge of any sort of breakdown from reality. There's no breakdown here. There's no psychosis. There's no borderline personality disorder. You have anxiety. You're anxious. And sometimes when anxiety levels go so high, it makes us feel like it's not just anxiety, because anxiety causes so much, you know, especially with the DPDR. And some people can remain stuck in that for a couple of months or even up to a year, you know, and that's scary for them. Because then they think, oh, but I had this for so long, I'm definitely going to develop something from it. No. DPDR is just another protection mechanism from stress that kicks in when your body is just basically on overload from too much stress. And it kicks in again. The body is such an amazing, it's just fabulous, like, when you think about it, how much it protects us from and stuff like that. So that's the quick video I wanted to make today, guys. Just, you know, it's 7 minutes in now, and I'm gonna actually just leave it at that. I think I've backed up everything of my experiences with it. And I'll just keep repeating, you cannot develop any form of, you know, psychotic mental illness from an anxiety disorder. No matter how bad you think you have it, no matter how long you've had it, no matter how high the anxiety gets, you will not. And you won't die either. So we leave it at that, guys. It's just over 7 minutes, and I hope this little video helps. It will help people who need it. Some people don't need this and don't have these fears, but I know these fears can cause a lot of distress, and I think it's very important to make videos on these, because it was definitely one of the things that really caused me a lot of stress, a lot of fear, a lot of worry, and exacerbated all my problems, made them all worse, really. Made me go into DPDR for longer and really stress out. But yeah, that's it, guys. Again, you're healthy. Your mind's healthy. Your mind is tired from too much constant thinking. And that's all it is. When you give your body what it needs to rest and what it needs to, I guess, regain balance, the nervous system will balance out, and these symptoms won't be as persistent. So for those out there who are struggling with mental health anxiety, I hope that when you're experiencing it, you can look back on this video. I've had those thoughts because I've done all the checking. Went to all the therapists and got checked out for mental health conditions and stuff like that, and it just does not happen. It's just impossible. So that's it, guys. I hope this video helps. Anyone out there struggling again, you know, always look back in these videos, especially for this, if you're really going through tough times. There's a lot of good videos on my page that I made, and each individual that are going through anxiety disorders and agoraphobia and stuff like that, it's all the same stuff, but people have different fears, like mental health fears, heart attacks, seizures, strokes. So whatever the case it is, I've made a video and covered basically everything. So anytime you need a little bit of help, my DMs are always open. There's a lot there that I still haven't got back to. I'll always eventually get back to you. So that's it, guys. I'm going to end that there. I'm going to post it up now. And yeah, your mental health, you're not going to go into a form of psychotic disorder, guys. You're anxious, and you can rewire your anxious brain by your behaviors, consistency, behaviors. Take it easy, guys.